Now it's time to round up the T-birds and pick up your pink ladies because things are about to get automatic.
Systematic.
Hi, dramatic.
It's Grease Lightning!
I mean, there's no greater entrance
They need
than
to
that.
recover.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Look at that, that's fantastic.
Where's your mic? Mind your mic. Wow. What I didn't realise about it was that I thought the film was the original. I didn't realise that it was a theatre show to begin with.
It was a theatre show, and apparently, because they've kept the script to the original theatre show, and apparently Sandy was American. She wasn't even Australian.
Oh, really?
So Sandy in this is American, which is really
So you've gone back for this tour, and we'll give all the
be
dates
great
and stuff in a moment. You've gone back to what was, as Holly said, that original stage musical, because there were a lot of songs that were taken out for the movie.
That's right, and some were added in. Apparently John Travolta, I mean, I don't know the truth of this, but apparently there were some songs he didn't want to do or he couldn't do, and so they wrote Sandy for him for the film, but that wasn't in the original, but that's in this.
Right.
All the classics are in. It's brilliant. You know, Arlene Phillips is choreographing it. It's a whole different production.
She working you hard?
Do you know no, not really. I can't commit to the whole thing. So I'm only doing a week here, a week there. I think there's something like, I don't know the exact dates I'm in. I should do, but I am playing the teen angel, and I literally fly in and I fly out. But it's a great part. And I said to Claire, my manager, I said, Claire, I want to do something in theatre, obviously, you know, that I can do a small part, but that really works. And she mentioned this, and I said, no, it's not going to work. And then they showed us the new way they're going to do it and how they feature this part. And it's actually really cool. And I don't know if you've ever heard the song. You've heard it from Frankie Avalon, but Boyz II Men did a version. The American guy, I think it's Billy Porter, done a great version of it. So there's all different ways of doing this song, and it's very cool.
And so
very, very cool.
Because, I mean, going back when you were at school, acting kind of was your thing more so than music. I mean, you did better at acting than you did at...
I got the highest, I think I was the first or second highest in the whole school for acting, and I failed in music completely, which kind of makes sense with some of the stuff I've released. but actually, I went. You don't need to. But I went that way, music, and you know, we did really well, and then it stayed sort of, and we carried on with all the touring and all the fun stuff. But now I'm just going back to what I loved doing in the first place.
Well, I didn't also realise that the Inheritance, the short movie that you were part of, that you were in, you actually got a nomination in the North Hollywood Film Festival Awards for Best Actor.
I know, for my first ever film. And last night, and I'm so grateful, and actually this morning I got an email from a new script that came in, and it's off the back of a director in America had seen that short and said, I really want you to play this part, and sent me the script today. And all these scripts are coming in, and I'm so happy because obviously some are going to work, some are not going to work. Maybe, you know, this could be a great career for me. Maybe, I don't know where it's going to go, but I'm so happy, and it's where I want to go now.
Because we saw you on Instagram, and you said that you'd signed with a US agent, and that kind of suddenly it exploded. Everybody's going, oh my God, you're going to move to America. I mean, how much truth is in that?
There were some people going, please move to America. There were others going, no, I can't. I've got my kids. My wife works for the NHS. I don't think it's as easy to say, yeah, we're out. But definitely, and this is my home, but I want to do more work out there. I'm, you know, doing a lot. There's stuff here that we've already committed to this year, quite a lot of things. If this film happens that I got sent today, then that will be in July. So I will be going there, coming back to do Grease, going there, coming back.
Oh, wow, that will be busy. Great.
But that would be ideal, though. So, I mean, what you've done is you'd actually signed up to a management company in Hollywood so that, you know, that they at least can look for stuff that you might be able to fit in.
Yeah, and he manages Piers Morgan. I'm just letting you know.
Oh, you're stuffed then.
Yeah, I'm in interesting hands. Hey, I have got something to say, though. So many people ask me where they can get tickets for Grease, and I say, just go to the airport. I just thought I'd let you in on that.
Peter.
I don't actually know where you can get these tickets.
I'm sure they'll be online.
Thank you.
Well done, though,
you
by
could
the way.
also get flights to Greece online.
Very good. And what do the kids think? I mean, have they watched the movie? Do they know the movie?
Well, this is it. This is the bit I wanted to say. I tried to show Genie and Princess Grease, and they weren't into it.
No way.
No, they were like, oh, this is old. And I said, mate, just watch it from start to finish. Princess did, she loved it, right? Junior wasn't too sure, And that's what I was worried about with the theatre show. I thought, what's it going to be like? How are they going to make it relevant? And that's what they've reproduced it and made it really relevant to kids. So all ages are going to love it. We're going to love the old songs, but the kids are going to love the message this is bringing. And my part being Teen Angel is kind of saying, you know, don't drop out of school. It's kind of relevant to me right now.
Well, that's you take a very active role with the kids. And, you know, school is important, doing the homework, that sort of stuff.
Absolutely. So for me, it's actually a really good part, and it's a way of getting them down there to listen to what I'm trying to say. So, yeah, I think it's going to be great. And I think they will love this theatre show, even if they're not into the movie. I think they'll come and see it.
Well, the music's so great.
It's
anyway,
incredible, and it's full energy, high energy, the production.
I wanted to ask you, while you were here, about the Leaving Neverland doc, because I think a lot of people, when they watched it, were surprised to see you.
I was surprised to see myself
tiny little boy, and this was in 1987, and you came second to Wade Robson, who's the man in the documentary who's made all these allegations. And you missed out on, by coming second, you missed out on a chance to meet Michael Jackson then.
And
have you watched the documentary?
OK, so I did. I watched a bit of the first one, and then I just found it too hard to watch. It's one of those things that I know at some point I'm maybe going to have to. But my problem was, first of all, going back to me being there that day when Wade Robson won, I remember I was devastated because he wasn't... So you had to be 7 and above.
He was too young, wasn't he?
He was too young. But I was devastated that I never won. But I was so... He could not win. This kid was incredible.
Yeah.
He was so charismatic. He was brilliant. You almost wanted him to win just because he deserved it, even though I was devastated I didn't win. The Michael Jackson documentary, I think the problem that I've had with it is that, first and foremost, I always say, if anything terrible has happened to someone, they need a voice. Absolutely, their voice should be heard. The problem is that when an accusation is made and it's based on someone saying something, you know, the guy was acquitted 14 times in his previous trials. I'm talking about Michael Jackson. And they haven't shown any evidence. Very difficult to kind of make someone guilty, you know, before they're proven guilty. And this is what the problem was. And then the problem comes of, do you separate the music to the person and try not to put the two together? You know, I've done stuff in the West End with Thriller, which I've absolutely loved, and I love his music. And I've always said...
Has that changed for you, personally?
No,
I mean, separate the two?
I think at first it became all uncomfortable because you don't want it to be true. You don't want anything like that to be true of someone you grew up loving and idolising. And I kind of, I know I'm friends with his family, and I felt for them in the sense that they were dealing with something that they didn't have their uncle or their brother to be here to stick up for himself, and so they had to deal with it all over again. So there's two sides to it. If something happened, it's beyond terrible.
But if
it didn't...
If those allegations by Wade and Safe Chuck are true, and it was compelling, the documentary was compelling, you were incredibly lucky to come second.
Well, you know, in saying it in that way, I mean, the thing is for me is it's really hard for me... OK, let me explain it this way, and I really hope I'm not speaking out of line here, but I know I don't want to get religious on people, but that people have faith in something, OK? They have belief and they have faith in something. And if you were to go to somebody and say, this belief and this faith that you've had all this time is not real, it's wrong, it kind of takes a minute for you to go, A, whether you're going to believe it, or B, if you believe it, to accept it. So for me, I guess...
You don't want to believe it.
I don't want to believe it, but then again, you obviously, if there's any truth in something, you can't ignore either.
You don't want to be part of that.
So I'm just saying that at the moment, you know, for me personally, let's just separate music for a minute, because his music was great. Seda Garrett wrote some of his biggest hits, Rod Temperton, Quincy Jones. We can't tarnish all of them. It's a difficult situation, and I hope, I pray that it wasn't true.
In the meantime...
That's my opinion.
It's important to ask. Grease the Musical, touring the UK, opening night in Leeds on the 19th of June, and as you said, you're at select performances. So we'll put the details on the website, and then you'll be able to find out if you look online whether or not you're going to be, because it's Ori Aduba that's
he's great. He's great. I've seen him dance. I've never heard him sing, but I'm sure he's brilliant. I'm telling you, you could be Kaniki. I'm just saying.
Suits you, doesn't it?
It really
dad,
suits
maybe.
you.